He's a man of the backcountry wild. He's a man with a backcountry style. Searching for treasure yet untold, up and down the creeks for his gold. And it's mine or bust, mine or bust, mine or bust, because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does. Just like the gold rushers of old, who live and died for their gold. With picks, packs, shovels, rifles in hand, up and down the creeks in the backcountry land. It's mine or bust, mine or bust, because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does.
Last time on Miner or Bust, we headed out and explored a new claim, which turned out to be a nice looking area with some interesting bedrock geology through this valley. Picking spots all through the claim to sample, which turned up gold in every pan. Well, the gold's looking good and the claim is very interesting. It was time for us to head back out, so we took a side channel, made our way through the forest to find the truck. Back out on the other claim, we had fun with a sleepy Josh.
Are you ready to go dig a big hole today?
Yeah. Have some breakfast.
Chocolate bars?
Yeah. You pack any?
Nope. Just lots of oatmeal.
Opening up another site for yet another sample.
My new best friend out here, that's for sure.
We also tried out a new winching system, which was a great new tool for the claim. Working hard, we pulled 2 bulk samples, which held some pretty good golds. This is turning out to be a good site. It's always tough opening up new ground, but the rewards are always just down below. We also did some metal detecting on that old campsite, which turned up some great clues that connected the early reports in this area to that old campsite. The tins were from around 1910, and that old spike would have been for a track system they would have built to mine this area out.
You said it was junk.
Time to head back to the claim for yet another adventure.
Oh, hello there. Today's my pack mule day. Gonna pack in my my new toy here, my new high banker, and give it a try out on the claim. Yeah, my son's away for this trip, so it's just me and Brutus. Yeah, the weather's supposed to be good, but I got a long hike in and I got a lot of gear, so we best be going.
Walking the forest floor, always interesting, as you never know what you'll see. Remember in the early spring, we met a couple babes of the woods. Well, things move fast in the northern woods, and look who's all growing up. sure they heard me coming down the trail and have gotten to know me as the crazy prospector in these woods, digging up the ground for who knows what. But it's time for me to push on to the claim and let these two be. Well, I'm sure the little cubs are glad we've pushed on, but I'm also more than sure they're going to enjoy to continue teasing Brutus from afar. It's always great to make it into camp and unload my gear, which can make you feel a little light on your feet. Always great to be back, but it's time to settle in and have a quick coffee.
Well, we made her in. That was quite the enjoyable hike. Have a quick coffee here and cool down a little bit before we get camp all prepped. And we'll go down to my work site down there and get a bunch of gravel stockpiled up. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do today. Only got probably half or so of the day left. Oh, come on. Jesus, Brutus. Yeah, we'll make a stockpile of gravel today, and we'll try out this new high banker tomorrow and see how she works for me. I think it'll work pretty good. It's my newer design here, and it's been a few years, and I've been wanting to build myself a new high banker. My old one works pretty good, but that was my original prototype, and the newer ones I'm making are a lot nicer. So I finally treated myself to my new design, and we'll try her out tomorrow and see how she works for us. Whew. Right now I gotta cool down. Feel a little bit of burn in the shoulders.
Well, before we get back to work, we'll take Brutus down to the creek for a quick cool down.
Well, we got everything down here ready to go. Let's say today all I'm going to be doing is digging. Dig my way down to that false bedrock clay or whatever this old river's sitting on. Make a big stockpile of gravel over here, and then probably end up running it tomorrow morning and see what a guy gets. Yeah, there's no point flashing up the high banker until we get a big stockpile of gravel. We're going to work our way down, and there's quite a few boulders down here we're going to have to get out of the way. There you see I got my new high banker down here. It's quite a bit larger than my old one. So there's no point wasting my time running that without a good volume of gravel to put through it. So yeah, we'll get to de-rocking and making a stockpile here. Oh, we're getting down there now. Got a fair sized stockpile. Right now I'm standing on some fair sized boulders. We'll have to work our way around and pull them apart here. Right here in the corner, there's a really nice sized boulder here. And the way everything's looking, it looks like the river used to run this way at one time. So there's a really nice, dark, organized material underneath this large boulder. So I'm going to take a little break. We'll grab some of this material here and take it down to the creek and do a little sample pan. See if the guy can pull a nice sized flake or two. That'll be just nice to take a little break here. We'll pan this out and see what we come across. Then we'll get back to dropping this hole down.
Over the years, many people have asked me about the art of panning, and it's as old as the hunt for gold itself. A picture's worth 1,000 words, so enough said about that. I will tell you this, it's just like dancing with a woman. You have to keep her moving and shake her up once in a while, or you may lose her. It's as simple as that. It's a good thing I'm a better panner than dancer. Another thing with panning, it's very easy to get absorbed with the task at hand. It's always good to stand up once in a while and take a look around. One of the nicer things about sitting along a creek and doing a little panning is it's just very relaxing, and there's a little reward waiting in the bottom of the pan.
Oh, I just did a sample pan from under that boulder. See, that's looking pretty good for a quick sample pan. Two nice meaty flakes. Actually a third in there. Yeah, pretty good for a quick grab sample. Some smaller pieces in there as well. Yeah, now it's just got me a little more interested to see what's down at the bottom. Gold seems to be getting a little heavier. it's always nice to see a little bit of gold in the pan. There you go. Keeps a guy digging, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll have a quick little snack here, me and Brutus, and then try to get down through that next boulder layer. They're in there pretty tough. Nothing better than when boulders are locked together. Well, have some pretty nice meaty flakes. So got high hopes for this sample hole. Hey Boot, any pretzel? Don't worry about that. Yeah, me and my partner here will have our snack and then we'll get back busy here.
Making my way back from the creek, stepping on a large rock which revealed a little surprise.
Holy man. Well, we're slowly getting these boulders wiggled apart. Just a matter of finding that keystone that's holding everything locked. Let's hope the bottom isn't too much further down here. Huh. Yeah, that's why it's nice to do sample pans. Not only to know that the guy's on the gold, but once he sees a nice amount of gold, keeps the guy digging, that's for sure. Whew. Well, at least it's nice cool fall days. Yeah, we'll keep clawing our way down and hopefully we can see the bottom here soon. And the guy can run this material in the morning and see what kind of gold we get. Whew. Well, we finally made her down to the bottom. It's a nice compact clay layer down in here. Managed to get the boulders out. Got a real big one here. Cleaned out this side and then I flipped it back this way. A lot easier than trying to get it out of this hole. But yeah, so we got all this material up here. A little bit too late in the day to try flashing up the high banker. There's no point rushing it. We'll leave that till morning and run it nice and proper. Yeah. Squirrel's a little upset with Brutus. Yeah, I got everything cleaned out pretty good on this clay. I left a small section of this clay, this big boulder here, and there's a big flat boulder sitting on top of this clay. Most of it I threw in there, but I left enough here so a guy can scrape this last little bit off the bottom here, and then we'll take it down and we'll cool down by the creek and see what kind of gold's sitting on the bottom. Yeah, generally that's where the nicer pieces are. No guarantees though. Like I say, we'll take this down. We'll cool off down by that creek. Worked up a little bit of a sweat there. The boulders were pretty stuck together. But yeah, I never give up. And now I got my sample I needed. I'll finish running this tomorrow, and then I don't know, maybe if there's a ton of gold down here we'll keep digging. But yeah, here's the bottom of that old hole. Nice compact clay at the bottom. River material here stacked to about probably 12 feet deep at least. Gold all the way through it. And hopefully a little better on the bottom. Yeah, that large boulder there cleaned it out pretty good underneath. We'll see what we get out of that tomorrow. But yeah, for now we'll go down and pan this off, see what kind of gold we get.
Well, that quick pan turned up some nice gold, so I'm going to grab a bucket and grab a little larger sample.
I just pulled about half-gallon bucket sample off the bottom there. It's a pretty nice looking flake coming out of that hole. But yeah, the sun's going down quick. Still need to get some kindling cut and get my fire going for the evening. I went down there and did a little sample panning off the bottom of that clay, found some nice flake before the sun went down here. And I started getting a little bit of a rush, trying to get some tinder, some birch bark, stuff going here for my fire tonight, get my coffee going. Just walking through the bush. One of them damn wasps freaking nailed me good. Got me right on the side of the pinky finger there. Whew. Burning pretty good. Yeah. That's the second time in the last week. I don't know what it is with them wasps. There's sure a lot of them this year. But as the weather seems to get a little wetter, a little cooler, for some reason they get a little stupid or a little aggressive. They bugged me all summer. Now all of a sudden they're going to start nailing me. Good Lord. Ugh. Ugh, burns. Well, at least it was only one. Always could be worse. Always could be worse. Yeah, we got a little smoke going here, and that'll back them off. Sure don't like being stung. Yeah, I'll sit back and just enjoy the last bit of my evening here. Yeah, and the funny thing is down by that sample hole, probably about 30 feet off to the side of me, there's a big underground wasp nest. They haven't bothered me all day long. I go through the back of the bush here and get zapped. Oh. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of dinner. Get my coffee going here, so coffee in the morning. And, just enjoy what's left of the evening.
thinking them little cubs are down along that creek and having a little fun with Brutus. We'll just sit back here and enjoy the rest of our night.
There's something out there, Brutus.
That pays to have eyes and ears.
Well, good morning. Getting quite a stockpile here built up. One little corner in here looked really nice. Decided I'd do one more sample pan before we flash that high banker up. It's always nice to pan out. A little bit of gold, especially first thing in the morning. Yeah, we'll save the rest of it for high banking. Really nice, rich looking material underneath this boulder. Knocked it back underneath here a little further. Boulder is fairly solid, but I got it tunneled out pretty good. I'll just stay back away from it, just in case it decides to fall back. I don't think it will. Yeah, you just don't want to dig too greedily. I think we're on the borderline. So we'll push it a little further. This looks like such good material under here, I have a hard time leaving it. It's not wiggly at all. Pretty solid. Yeah, we won't dig it out too much more. Last thing I need is this thing to come all crashing down on me. Oh man, it's just some nice looking material. Yeah, we'll clean the rest of this out. We'll go down to the creek there and we'll pan this out. See what kind of gold's sitting in there, and then get the high banker set up and we'll run this gravel. Yeah, as you can see, got that cleaned out about as much as a guy could safely. Wanted to continue on, we'd have to strip that mountain back, work from the back side of this, and then deal with it later. But yeah, definitely nice looking gravel under there. Hard packed clay layer. Seems to be sloping down underneath here. Yeah, nicely organized material all along this boulder. Yeah, this river, it looks like it's stacked up. It looks like this was one section of the old river here. And then it organized created a false bedrock out of this. Stacked its way up here. You can see a rust seam in here. And it stacked its way up. And then, I'd have to really clean this out to take a look. Yeah, you probably have two sections of river in here, so there's probably two pay zones. Me and Josh were here. We took out this top layer, and you're finding nice sized flake in here. And then the gold should only get better down below here. Yeah, in this area we're picking up where the old timers left off. So you can look over here. This is in this corner. It's an old tailing pile. All their old stacked rock here leading out. Over here they stripped out all this old river, hollowed it out, probably backfilled as they went, tossed rocks backwards and on both sides. So there's the old tailing pile there, big one, and then a tailing pile over on this side. So you know they got everything over here, but the old river continues a long ways into the hill and back up into the hill behind us there, probably 500-600 feet. So there's still a lot of river material in here. Yeah, this is all their old workings, all hand labor. As you can see, trees are all growing in back into this hill, into the cut they made. And the looks of the land here, back in behind us here, when I go to machine mine, I'll push all their old workings off to the side. I'll create my tailing pond over there, and then I'll work my way into this hill. I'll just fan it out and take this whole hill out, work my way backwards. But yeah, that's a few years down the road yet, but the sampling's looking good for a machine mine. Yeah, we'll go quickly pan this material off here, get a little gold for the morning, and we'll flash up the high banker, and we'll take care of this stockpile of pay gravel.
I can't think of a better way to begin my day than to think most people are getting up and getting ready to go to work.
Oh, did that little early morning pan. Found some nice flake. But also found a nice piece of quartz gold here. Normally I don't find too much of the quartz golds.
Well, all them sample pans have been turning up some pretty interesting golds. It's time for me to flash this high banker up and get to work. Only stopping for a coffee break or two. It's always nice to have a stockpile of pay gravel. This way a guy can just relax and run a nice steady pace to capture the majority of the golds. Sure liking this new high banker. It's time to shut down for a cleanup.
we pan that concentrate down. See a nice little nugget, some pickers, bunch of nice heavy flake. Yeah, we'll take this back to camp and then do a better cleanup on it. See what we got. Oh, that's everything cleaned out. Looks pretty good to me. A few little nuggets, some pickers. All the flake in there is pretty meaty. It's got some depth to it. Yeah, it's from 1 yard of material. It's definitely looking good to me.
Well, that turned out to be a good trip, with a bit of gold and a great adventure. Till next time, take care out there.
He's a man of the backcountry wild. He's a man with the backcountry style. Searching for treasure yet untold. Up and down the creeks for his gold. And it's mine or bust. Mine or bust. Mine or bust. Because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does. Just like the gold rushers of old, who live and died for their gold. With picks, packs, shovels, rifles in hand, up and down the creeks of the backcountry land. It's mine or bust. Mine or bust, because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does.